things to yesterday, we might feel sadness. And when it races toward tomorrow, we can feel anxiety. But when we are fully here now, living in the present, that's where our peace lives. Today we're going to talk about how to get there and why it matters more than we think. Hey, it's Carrie. Welcome back to Project U 2.2. Today I want to talk about presence, perspective, and how we often get in our own way. So much of life is spent spinning in our heads, worrying about things that haven't happened, replaying things that already happened, and complaining about things that don't really matter. Meanwhile, the universe we live in is full of miracles. Perfect teachers and opportunities that are waiting for us if we can just step out of our own way. Sometimes our greatest teachers are the simplest ones. Calvin, my dog, is a perfect example. He is just present all the time. I can go out to get the mail, come back in, and he greets me like I have been gone for years. He doesn't care about my mistakes, my insecurities, my worries. He is fully here, fully loving, fully joyful. Kids teach us the same lesson. They don't overthink or worry. They live in the moment, and they show us how to find happiness in small things. The lesson we can learn from our dogs and from our kids is that presence is a practice. If we can lean into it, we start to notice joy around us instead of being consumed by our own fears, insecurities, or the disapproval of people who aren't even living at the level we aspire to. Many of us live trapped in fear. We're afraid of disapproval, of failure, or the unknown. And when we stay stuck here, we sometimes numb ourselves with food, TV, or routines that make life comfortable at the time, but then we live in a state of mediocrity. Money was always tight when I was growing up, and that was all I knew. I dreamed, yes, but my world felt small. When I went to college, got a career, started seeing life beyond my immediate world, I realized there was more, a bigger version of life waiting for me. As a kid, I grew up in a simple Cape Cod home, and I remember walking half a mile to see this beautiful house down the road with pillars and a fountain out front. I used to daydream that one day it would be mine. I even pretended that if I ever went out on a date, I would give him that address to pick me up at. That dream pushed me forward, and eventually I lived in a home that reflected that vision. I had pillars. I never had that fountain yet. The point is, exposure expands our possibilities. The more we see, the more we realize what's possible, and the more we believe we can reach it. Growth is not easy. The old version of ourselves wants to hold on because it's familiar, it's safe, it's comfortable. But staying in fear and mediocrity or comfort keeps us from leveling up. When we put ourselves in new situations, whether it's a career risk, a personal challenge, or pursuing a dream, it can feel like withdrawal. Fear rises, anxiety can creep in, and we wonder why we thought this was a good idea. But that discomfort is growth knocking at the door. Shedding old versions of ourselves requires courage, but the pain of staying stuck in a small, sheltered life is even worse. The more exposure we have to people, experiences, education, and empathy, the better we can level up our thinking and our lives. Once we see the bigger world, we can dream bigger. Everything we want, money, love, experiences, is already out there. The key is to get out of our own way. When we surround ourselves with people who operate at higher levels, we are inspired to rise to that level ourselves. Exposure matters. It teaches us empathy, perspective, creativity, and resilience. And when we combine exposure with unwavering determination, we notice opportunities, we take action, and that's when we upgrade our lives. Vision boards, goal setting, surrounding ourselves with the right people. Those are tools to help us believe it, act on it, and make it real. I remember dreaming about that house as a kid. I didn't have it back then, but seeing it, imagining it, and believing in it pushed me forward. Dreams ignite action, and action becomes reality. So today's takeaways are: living in fear or dwelling in the past keeps us stuck. Living in the future creates anxiety. But being present is where peace and joy reside. And exposure expands your beliefs and possibilities. So seek people, experiences, and knowledge that lift you. Dreams are instructions from your future self. Believe in them, act on them, and visualize them. And then shed old fears, shed old habits and old versions of yourself, even when they fight to stay. Start small. Notice joy around you, like Calvin's unconditional presence or the curiosity of a child. Step into discomfort to grow. Surround yourself with what inspires you. Believe bigger, dream bigger, and take action. Imperfect, courageous action toward the life you want. The universe is full of miracles. Step out of your own way, embrace presence, and start leveling up today. This is Project You 2.2, and this is where the version of you that can't becomes the version of you that does. Have a great day.